Malaysia when we had that tournament. So
And also not just the men's scene, right? Do you remember the female scene? The women's?
yes, oh, I have to.
The Mongolian female team?
I have
You
to-
were like you were so crazy about them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
Right?
now I remember. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they're like so good as well. So
Yeah.
like the entire community landscape for not just the male scene, but also the female counterpart.
Yeah. Again, it just adds a little bit more to the point that they just love MLBB.
Hearing
Yep.
you guys, it made me want to move to Mongolia
Oh, you.
and be a part of that community.
So MPL Mongolia English cast
Or
or a player.
a player, or I can learn
Regular. Coach Gani.
their
Ooh.
language. I can learn their language.
Ooh, okay, all right. Maybe we should get Gani to learn some Mongolian from our Mongolian representatives. We are in the draft already. Standard bans, they don't want to give the YSS over to Zone on the first two picks red alongside the Yuzhong. The Uranus gets banned out, happening a lot more often actually in this wild card. Seems to be something about that pick that no one wants to deal with it. Juice and Gon, are they both just going to be fighting for the Kalea this time?
There's a lot of picks open though.
Yeah, Yves is still open if they want to go for that approach again.
I think that's too early though.
early.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. Fanny is open. I don't know if
Oh.
people want to first pick it,
You're right.
but
Kalea.
Kalea, I think it's much safer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Stable.
I wonder, are Zone brave enough? Okay, no one wants to pick up the Fanny. Unless maybe Leon pick it up. There we go! They first picked the Kalea to set up the Fanny for themselves, knowing that Zone can no longer pick it up with the Kalea on the side of Leon.
I'm gonna be a party pooper
Uh-huh.
and be like, this is such an early Fanny pick. I think the Fanny is so great and was so great in previous patches is because she has control over the side lanes, right?
Yes.
Mostly onto the gold lane, but we're in a world now here in Mobile Legends where the side lanes are usually fighters.
Yeah, this definitely can took a wrong turn here for Zona. Ruby is still on the board as well. And they can lock it in here, but Leon seems like they are confident, to go for that approach. But Zone, they're just taking Leon's heroes, technically, but they had themselves the landslide.
Okay, so with this whole Fanny discussion, we are definitely in a world right now where Fanny, if you really want to pick her and make her comfortable, you pick her in the second phase.
Yeah.
Still very pickable in the first phase, but it has, again, as you mentioned, changed. One way that Zone could play this is if they pick up the Kimmy in mid. Oh wait, no, they already have an Eve.
Yeah.
Can they still go fighter? I don't think they'll have the damage if they go fighter here.
Oh, that's why I was about to say if they don't go fighter, then there's still a Moskov, but the Moskov gets banned. So
One of the
there
best,
you go.
one of the best answers for the Fanny in the gold lane.
It's Brody.
Yo, huh? Wait a minute. Oh, they still respect the Ruby.
Yeah.
Oh, is it bro? Do you think this Brodyable? I mean,
Maybe a last pick, right?
The last pick,
Maybe
yeah.
a last pick.
I'm starting to see it.
Lapu Lapu.
Oh, whoa!
Fine. They will lock in a marksman here first, so
They're still willing to play the God. What are they going to be putting the EXP to? They need a little bit more pin down for this Fanny. Unless they're going to go... They can't go Hilda. There's already an S on the other side.
The euphony of suffering.
Oh, are they playing for early? Looking for Snowball?
I have a feeling we might be going to a game over
yeah.
3.
I mean,
Is this
Lavage.
Arlet?
I think Arlet is a possibility.
Oh, Lapu's still available. Level 4 Power Spike if they want to play early.
For Zone?
First-
Yeah.
Yeah, laning phase will go up against Esmeralda, though.
Yeah,
So,
that's the tough thing. Never just go Arlot there. What's Zone trying to plan to answer this Fanny?
this might be a reach, but Cho is still on the board. But Arlet,
continuum.
there you go.
I am the
right?
constant that breaks
Arlot.
the tide.
Okay, I am leaning a little bit more towards Leon here. Actually, no, I'm significantly leaning more towards Leon for this one.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the Fanny.
All depends on the early game. I think they get the early game, get the snowball.
Yeah.
Definitely it's a game for Leon, but if they fail to do so, you might see it
Yeah.
2-0, right?
Because I feel like now, even for Granger, it's really hard to compete in the later stages of the game if you can't build that snowball.
Mm-hmm.
that Sky Piercer stacks going.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. You have two pieces of your team that would want to be able to get kills.
Yeah.
And they're going to be competing each other at that. A lot to consider and a lot to look at here. Usually when there's a lot of questions up in the air about how questionable lineups are going to be executed, you look at the center of the map. You look at the roamers and the mids and see how well they can fare. Let's look closely first at Agi and Jinzu against Kenny and Bright.
But either or, right? We're looking at the Fanny debut here, the wild
Let's
card!
go!
Woo! Let's see if it works out, all right? I mean, if we're talking about emblem choices, still the same, I believe. Nothing out of the ordinary. We'll get a little look into like the sub-emblems later on. I'm curious about K this time around against the Granger. Are they going to opt for something different this time around? But there's Water already in the mid lane.
Oh, early flicker there already. But yeah, game 1 we got Blue, and game 2 we got Fanny. Both heroes debuting in the M5, M7 rather, wildcard stage.
Bit of time travel there for you, huh? No, I get it. It's because I mentioned M5 earlier. I still think about M5 a lot. That was a great time to be a Filipino. Actually, every year is a great time to be a Filipino. I'm not trying to say anything. Hey, emblems.
Let's see about this year.
I got it. Turn them mad at me.
I'm stuck on that. We'll see about this year.
You just gave me a death stare. Good thing Gani's in between us.
Honestly, I miss the emblems.
Well, okay, we have a little screen right in front of us to show it. It seems like pretty much all Riders reign.
Uh-oh, on the bottom side, that's going to be
Whoa!
a quick hit and run. Water picking up first blood here on a debuting Fanny.
So this feels like a recurring theme for Leon, right? They have a good hold into the early game. It's looking great for them. They have a little bit of a gold lead as well. They should be able to translate it to the mid lane very soon. Luckily, Jinzu's not level 4, so Teamzone still a lot safer at this point. But once that level 4 hits, this is the answer.
Zixora looking for the steal, finds it. First neutral objective on the board for Zone, and they got an extra kill as well. That's a solo top lane by K. Down goes Lamage.
That's just L after L, and incredibly unfortunate. That's just Teamzone playing better all across the map.
Is Clot supposed to win in the lane against Stranger early game? Well, I mean, technically level 4, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to get an easy solo kill just like that. I think Lamage mishandled the minion waves there, putting him in a spot where even though he has the dashes, he couldn't get away from him.
Uh-oh. Water playing with fire there, but Teamzone isn't able to get that kill just yet.
I think Teamzone made the right call to try and continue to apply pressure there, but good exit.
Action in the mid lane. Kenny will not be able to escape that one. Cutthroat, and now Bright will fall as well. 2 quick kills from Leon Esports trying to recover that early game.
I believe that was one of like the winning conditions for Leon Esports in the early game, right? They needed to wait for Jinzu to get that level 4. And as soon as that level 4 hit, you could see Leon Esports finally being able to trade back. So despite all the errors in the early game, Leon Esports, they're still able to hold their ground here. Hopefully, they can relay a little bit more kills over to Lamage now, because if we're talking about damage dealers, I'm not too like hot with the Valentina.
Yeah, you're really looking towards your main physical to carry a lot of the load here. Agi's going to be a little bit more utility, considering there are a lot of great ultimates that he can pick up and he can juggle that around. But for Leon, without the Sky Piercer just yet for Lamage, we're not going to be seeing them go for aggressive rotations too much. Water, I just got to say, he's been fast. He's been everywhere in the game so far.
Looking good too, right? 2-0-1 so far. If we're talking about levels on par as well with Zixora, let's see if Zixora can take this again.
He stole it, right? First neutral objective. Seems like now the Fanny jumping in. Zixora clutch again. Water in the mid lane looking to escape, but that's Agi in a no man's land there, flickering to death. That's another kill on the board for Teamzone. It's 2 kills from that sequence, plus the turtle.
It looked like Bright was waiting for Water to come in, but Water trying to look for a kill up top.
No BMI, that's a Purify. Not able to close the distance more, but that was an attempt.
It sucks to be a fan here because that high loss is the main reason why Wata could not even retry with that last turtle. As you look at the Realme 15 Pro win rate prediction, it's leaning towards zone.
That was close.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of my seat, like, holding my breath. Is this going to be a kill? Is this going to be a kill? But it turns out, unfortunately, Water was unable to get it. We were discussing about potential builds for Agi on the Valentina, but Lightning Truncheon first item.
Oh.
So I think he's actually looking for more damage. So we'll
Yeah.
see how that works out for him. Right now, it doesn't seem like Teamzone has been able to punish Agi too much as well. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Okay, here, punished. No Purify, Blazing Duet forced to be used. That's going to be the BM.
Oh.
Trying to find a cheeky escape, but Lamage is on it. That's a kill, an important one for Leon.
Yeah, they definitely needed that just to balance out the unfortunate 1v1 loss of Lamage earlier on. Leon Esports still down 1,000 with some spare change, but definitely they are still in this, especially if they could get some few more openings to the map. Lamage!
No flicker. Uh-oh, takes a lot of heat, but again, Lamage on that Granger. Peep the skin.
So did he get that kill after the Sky Piercer? So he's on one stack?
Yes, he should be. That should be his first stack now.
Okay.
Oh, possible engage, right? Oh, two-man knockup. Juviana looking to escape. Penny flickers out. Hey! Jumps in with the Blazing Duet. Will it be enough? That's going to be Jinzu here, not able to escape as Esmeralda is wrong. Here comes Lamage. He finds one and looking for more. That's a flicker. Zixara finds the kill. Looking for the double Bankai in the back. That's the double for Bankai. Agi under the turret. Dance, Bankai gets the triple.
With so much success going for Leon Esports in that venture, Zixora comes in late and he says, not on my watch. All right, those stacks that Lamage was able to get, unfortunately, gets taken down once again because Zixora comes in and eliminates him. And this actually is able to be translated over to the next neutral objective. That initial 1k gold lead that Teamzone had is now at 4.
That happened heading into minute 8, which means that Teamzone is going to be in a very comfortable spot here compared to Leon. Now this time, I'm going to have to say, Bankai was fantastic in that last one. He walked away with a triple kill, but it was his key crowd control moments that helped set up the entry of Zixara that actually extended that fight longer for Teamzone.
Very well controlled as well, all right? The coordination from that fight was very spot on.
Yeah, and what's crazy is he dealt that much damage. He doesn't even have a full damage item yet. It's only a Fury Hammer. He went Oracle as his second.
So sustainable as well. That's going to be the real world relation. Oh, Blazing Duet. That's going to be Jinzu falling first in the back. That's going to be Zixara finding the kill on towards Lamage. And take a look at that. Teamzone finds a collapse. That's a stun. Water will be able to escape, but that is just too much for Leon Esports to handle.
Almost another wipeout here in the 8th minute. It's looking quite tough for Leon Esports now. What do they bank on?
A big mistake, I guess.
Yeah, it's a big mistake. It's Teamzone overheating, them being able to counter.
Yeah.
And if somehow miraculously Bright actually loses his vision of protecting his main damage dealers, because he's been the one keeping this Fanny in check.
Yeah.
Every time Water shows up, he gets poked down by the high loss and suddenly Water loses his flow. And now even Bankai is making the right moves in the map.
Oh, two-man immobilization. Tsunami Slam. Take a look at the AoE from Teamzone as they look for the collapse. And Zixara finds an angle to take Jinzu down. And that's Teamzone showing up to the party.
Zixora is so crazy.
That was nuts!
Zixora is crazy.
He is!
It's actually insane because there are moments where he goes under turret and you would think that you'd kind of panic, right? Because obviously if you stay too long, you'd get the damage from the turret, but he knows the exact calculation, so there are moments where he just waits for his next skill to dodge the turret shot instead of walking out. It's like these little things, man. What?
the growth and improvement from being the little gun of little gun in M5 to being the main leader figure for the team.
Founder too.
Founder, the big brother in Indonesian, it's called, if I'm not mistaken.
Papa Bear.
He's Papa Bear, there we go. Papa Bear Zexora.
Wow. Mid inhibitor going down. Teamzone 9,000 gold. Tsunami Slam under the turret. Bankai will out survive. K deals a lot of damage. Not enough though, but Juviana will fall. Take a look at the main base as Teamzone. They like to finish this series with a 2-0 fashion. And ladies and gentlemen, they will get it.
That is a huge, powerful Mongolian broom in the form of Zexora. I think unanimous. An MVP performance by the main man of Zone. But all across the board, the team stepped up. Everyone delivered on their job. And Leon gets swept.
You can see the faces, the emotions on the faces of Teamzone. They're looking very excited, really happy with that win. But for Leon, almost like disbelief.
Yeah.
Right, that first game was 16 minutes. That second game became 10. 10 minutes and 28 seconds. They made the risk, right? They utilized the Fanny. The Fanny was left open. And they took it. But unfortunately, the Fanny, it really just didn't work out.
It almost felt like Teamzone was baiting Leon to take the Fanny.
Yeah.
They took the bait. Couldn't apply. This was the crazy play.
Yeah, what's crazy is it's also just Zone telling the world we don't care about the Fanny. We have Hylos. That's all we need. Usually you'd see more teams need more lockdown crowd control to stop a Fanny. Well, it was literally Bright just poking him down every time he saw him. And he made it look so easy. And Water, to his credit, he always just kept finding the target, but the trade-off was him getting stunned and him going down.
Yeah.
Because I was hella overthinking. I was like, you need a fighter or even like a Moskov or whatever, you know?
To be
Put
fair, they
Brody
backed it
in the
up.
gold lane.
Yeah.
To be fair, they banned
Yeah,
the
but I
Moskov
mean,
for
at the end, it
Ruby.
turns out they didn't even need it.
Yeah, it was just, it was just high loss. That is nuts. That just goes to show how much better that they've improved in terms of their individual decision-making and execution. Because of that result, effectively, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 scenarios have been wiped. And we're down to the last 4 scenarios because the last scenarios 4 to 9 were if Leon beat Zone.
Okay.
So now we're down to, we're down to 3 scenarios.
Tres.
Wherein it could be, it's looking like Zone already locked in, they're good.
Yeah.
Now we're just looking at Boostgate and Zeta.
which we will see later on.
Yes. So the final decider match for Group A is Boostgate versus Zeta. And the result that Zeta is looking for now, there's one scenario here where if Zone gets a sweep Leon, Zeta, they can afford a 2-1 also.
Zeta?
No, they can't.
No, they gotta win 2-0, I believe.
Yeah. Zeta needs to sweep Boostgate now if they want to
Advance.
So that's our third match of the day, right?
Yes.
Yes. Our third match of the day. And just like that,
Fun.
because of that one sweep result, a lot of the scenarios and a lot of the math that we could potentially do has just been wiped out. And ZX Aura, 100% for sure the MVP here. He's going to be part of the highlight package. Terrific Lancelot game. If he does get to advance into Swiss, I can't wait to see him go up against the best of the best.
Bro, look at that GPM.
938
Exactly.
in 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes.
938. That's so wild. This kid, man, I wonder how old he is now.
Yeah,
I think like 17.
he was still very young when he did start. Yeah,
Right?
like I think around 16, 17. It's been 2 years now. He should be closer to around 20,
18, 20.
18.
Maybe 19.
Would if we completely mess up his age and he's actually like 32 or something?
Yeah.
He's really good. He's actually not a kid anymore. But
We'll fact check.
yeah, we'll have to fact check that later on. But yeah, definitely ZXR. This is his show.
Second game, it was, I mean, in the first game, it was pretty tight, you know, back and forth, but in the second, Wow, different story, right? And you know, to top it off, Cave displayed another splendid Claude performance.
Yeah. I think this is looking to be like his main comfort now, if
Right
that's
now,
the
yeah.
case. Those are two... I would say it wasn't like the cleanest game, it wasn't like his MVP game, but this was still a very dependable
Solid,
Claude.
yeah.
Yeah, super solid.
But also, as we're taking a look into like the highlights and the replays of what happened in that game number 2, fortunately for him as well, all the CC resources were like expended already by the time he got into these team fights, right? Because usually when the team fights happen, you would see Jinzu go in onto someone else, and then so they really didn't have a stopper to match Zixora and his mobility into the backline.
Yep.
Like in this particular case.
Just great timing and layering of abilities for Zone, and I think that's one of the key things we can look at with K when it comes to his Claude performance in this entire series is patience. I mean, a lot of the times in game number 1, we even got to see him just stand there and really just wait. He would stand there and wait, and then he'd pull the trigger, and then he'd go in. So very patient Claude performance.
Amazing.
Say he was besties with Bright in the second game.
Oh yeah,
was?
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because every time the Kalea would go in, or Bright makes a move, he'd instantly blazing to win.
Yeah, it's
He
the
does the initial
synergy.
damage, and then Zixora comes in as finisher.
yeah. One of the biggest strengths of the Zone then is their layering.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
timing together as a team. We know ZXR is very vocal, but I wonder if he's actually like the main guy micromanaging the team in game also, or if they're a
Oh.
little bit more democratic about it. I guess
I don't know about
That would be
you know.
fun to know.
Micromanaging is
it's tough,
it's yeah in
Especially
this
for-
stage.
especially for a jungler too, right?
Exactly, in this
Yeah.
stage is kind of wild if you're still micromanaging, but hey, you know, I think Lancelot, Zixora,
Because I know that Zixora
Very
helps the
respected.
coaches,
right?
but I don't know what happens in the game.
The game. That's something we can learn about when it comes to Zone, as we are still going to be seeing more of them. I think the very clear story of this game was just that Leon had an idea and it just did not fall through. They were almost somewhat able to recover, but then one fight there in the end, near the end, just turned a 1,000 gold lead into, what was it, 4,000? No, 3,000 gold swing in favor of Zone just like that after
Gone.
Lamaj already had 2 stacks on the Sky Piercer. That's heartbreaking.
Because that was a wipeout, I believe, right, from the side of Zone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
First
Oh.
game and the second game wipeout, and then in the second game at the 8th minute, almost another wipeout.
only Fanny was left.
Do you think that they learned that much from their boot camp in Malaysia?
I mean, with how pleasantly surprised I am about Zone, I think so. I think their time going up against some of the best teams in Malaysia definitely improved them, because this is